Are the Titans going to be able to pull off the upset against the Dolphins this week? All that and more on today's episode of the Blitz Boys podcast.
You're listening to the Blitz Boys podcast. Hi, I'm Kaiden Jenkins. I'm your host. You can find me on X at Kaiden Jenkins 2. This is my co-host, Dakota McIntosh. You can find him on X, formerly known as Twitter as well, at Dakota McIntosh 0. Today we're going to be going over our predictions for the Week 14 of the NFL games. I'll let you take it from here.
All right, yeah. So first game, we got the Titans versus Dolphins. I got the Titans beating the Dolphins 24-21. I know this is kind of a hot take. I mean, Titans definitely don't look as good as the Dolphins are. Dolphins are probably AFC title contenders this year, but I think the Dolphins are gonna come in and shock the world and get the win over the Dolphins.
Yeah, I don't really agree with you here. Dolphins have been stomping bad teams all year. They're going to do it again. I have the Dolphins 28 to the Titans 13. Titans look like they're doing good and all, but the Dolphins are just all around the better team.
I agree with that. I just think that Tua and Tyreek ain't gonna be able to have their connection they've been having, and it's just gonna lean the other way. But
Who,
next,
who's going to stop them? There's nobody on the Titans defense.
I know they have a really good linebacker. I actually don't know his name, but he's number 55. He's a really.
You're
good
going to have a
player on their
linebacker
defense.
cover Tyreek?
No, but he's gonna get to Tua. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's to each their own.
All right, next we got the Patriots versus Steelers. I got the Patriots winning. I got Patriots 10, Steelers 6, with Kenny Pickett out for this week. They got Michael Trubisky in, and I think that the Patriots just need to win. They need to win a game. I mean, they've won a couple, but they're not starting Mac Jones, I don't believe. So I think that's going to benefit them, and they're gonna win.
Yeah, this is another one I don't agree with you on. Mitchell Trubisky is going to be able to carve up this Patriots defense. I feel like it's going to be 20-13. Patriots lose this one. They've been losing all year, and it's just crazy to me that Bill Belichick has coached this bad of a team. No, I don't think it's his fault. He just doesn't have the players that he used to. So, yeah, it's just a bad deal for him.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, they're not a good team. But next we got
Yeah, I have
the
a question
Buccaneers.
for you.
Oh yeah, what's up?
Do you think Bill Belichick's coaching a different team next year?
Mm, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he does. I don't think
If
he
so,
has it
if
in him.
if so, what team?
I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him go to the Falcons. I'm not gonna lie. I'd like to see that, or even the
Yeah,
Steelers.
I mean, I would rather no. Steelers aren't getting rid of Mike Tomlin.
I know, but
Um,
I think it'd be
I felt
nice.
no. I feel like if he goes anywhere, the Chargers are the best candidate for him.
I mean, they may be getting rid of Kellen Moore at the end of the year too. I mean, I heard he might be
I
going
wouldn't
back to
blame
Boise
them.
State. All right, next we got the Buccaneers versus Falcons. I need the Buccaneers to win this. I got them winning 28-24 just because if my Saints have any hope for the playoffs, they have to win. And so on that fact, I think that the Falcons have been playing better and have been looking like the better team. I have I have to go Buccaneers because I gotta have my team have a chance.
Yeah, this is another one I don't agree with you on. I'm going Falcons on this one. Falcons running game is starting to come back into form. Falcons 24, Bucks 21. It's going to be decided by a game-winning field goal, but I just think that the Falcons are going to run all over the Bucks again.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like your prediction on that. It's gonna be wrong. So I guess we'll just have to see Sunday. See what happens. All right,
All
next we
right.
got the Lions versus the Bears. This is was a tough one because on Thanksgiving the Bears beat the Lions, but this time I think the
The Lions
the
played the
Lions.
Packers on Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. It was a couple weeks
It was the
before.
week before.
The
Yep.
week before, that's
But
right.
still, they did beat them.
Yeah, the Bears beat them, but I got the Lions going 31 to the Bears 21.
Yeah, I got the Lions on this one as well. Finally agreeing with you. Lions, I have 35, Bears 10. I've been saying this all year. Justin Fields is not him. So that's all I really got to say about that. Uh, yeah, it's just, I don't believe in Justin Fields. I know a lot of people do, but to be honest, it's just crazy to me to think that some people are picking the Bears to win this game. Now, the Lions' defense is not great, and that's what has been exposed recently. But the Lions' offense is pretty dang good, so I'm going with
Yeah,
their offense on
yeah.
this one.
All right, next we got the Colts versus Bengals. No, Bengals had that statement win last week, and I think that's not gonna transfer into this week. I got the Colts winning 18 to the Bengals 13. I know JT is gonna be out still, but I think they're gonna need to rely more on Zach Moss against this Bengals defense and be able to get him going. And I think they'll be able to start to get him going to open up the opportunities for Gardner Minshew. And I think that's gonna what's gonna happen for them to come out on top.
Yeah, on this one, I think the Bengals are going to win. I don't know why. I just have a feeling. The things that I have said previously regarding Jake Browning, I am sorry. Last game you put up video game numbers, so I'm rolling with him. I'm taking the Bengals 28 to the Colts 24.
I just don't see it happening again. I feel like that was just a lucky game he had. He played a good game, that's for sure, but I don't think it's going to be a repeat of that. But to each their own. All right, next we got the Jaguars versus the Browns. I know Trevor Lawrence went down with the high end ankle sprain. He's going to try to be back this week, and it's the Browns. They're playing the Browns, and so I got the Jags winning 18 to 16. I think it's going to be fairly close, but I think Jags are going to win.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you on this one. If Trevor Lawrence comes back, he's a pretty good quarterback. So I'm taking Jags 21 to the Browns 14. I just don't think that Joe Flacco is the answer for the Browns, considering that Amari Cooper is out due to injury. There's just not a lot rolling for him, and I know they have playoff hopes, but in all reality, if you get into the playoffs, how deep into the playoffs do you think you're actually going to make it versus the other teams that are going to make it to the playoffs? And when you don't have hopes to make it to the Super Bowl because you most likely won't with the team that you have, I'm just saying, like, you might as well try to gain some draft capital back. So,
Yeah, if they do make it, I think they're going to go out first round in the wild card. It's the only really
yeah.
thing you can think of, but Anyways, next we got the
unless
Panthers
they play
versus.
the Saints.
That's don't you say that.
I'm
Got my
joking.
blood
I'm
boiling right
joking.
now. I'm about to lunge at you. We got the Panthers versus Saints. Like I said, I need the Falcons to lose, so I went with the Bucks, and I need the Saints to win, like I go every single week. So I got the Saints going 14 to the Panthers 10. I know Bryce Young and that awful offensive line have been struggling this year, but I think it's going to be a pretty close game. But I hope Derek Carr's back from concussion protocol and gets his ribs checked out, make sure everything is good, and hope they start Taysom Hill and not Jameis Winston. But either way, I think Saints gonna win.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you on this one. This one was hard for me because when a team loses so many games in a row, you start to think, when are they finally going to get lucky and win one?
Yeah.
And I was thinking maybe this game, but in all reality, the Saints have better players on offense and defense. So I'm rolling with the Saints offense on this one and their defense just because they have all around a better roster. I'm picking the Saints 17 to the Panthers 14.
As you should. As you should. All right. Next, we got the Packers versus Giants. Got kind of a hot take here. I think Giants are going to beat the Packers 24-18. I know I said last week Pat Mahomes was going to be him. Jordan Love was not going to be him. But this week, for sure, Jordan Love is not going to be able to come out on top. It's going to be Tommy DeVito, the Italian. He's gonna win. Him and Saquon are going to be able to connect. Saquon's going to get a receiving and a rushing touchdown, and I just can't not go for the Giants in this one.
Yeah, Tommy DeVito, aka Danny DeVito, has a just a swagger to him that we haven't really seen in the NFL. Now,
Mm-hmm.
there's been some swaggers in the NFL, but he's just got it's just something different, and it's great to see. But in all reality, I'm taking the Packers in this one. I know, I know, I know. I've been bashing Jordan Love, but he's been proving me wrong. So I wanted to go with the Giants on this one, but I am going with the Packers 28 to the Giants 21. It's going to be a close game, no matter which way it goes.
Are you saying Jordan Love is finally him? Finally
No,
saying it? You gonna finally admit it?
no.
Come on, come on. All right, next we got the Texans versus the Jets. This one was a really tough one for me to pick. It's just like you said with the Panthers, they've been on the losing streak and stuff, and the Jets have been on the losing streak. And so I was thinking maybe this is the one the Jets come out on top. But I talked some sense into myself, and I got the Texans winning 24 to the Jets 23. So
I talked the sense. I made the sense.
he did.
Um,
He helped me. He
all
helped
all
me.
I'm gonna say is CJ Stroud is him. We're gonna see how well he does without Tank Dell on the field, but I still think he produces very well, considering he still has Noah Brown, Nico Collins, and Dalton Schultz, and nonetheless Devin Singletary and Damian Pierce. So they still have weapons, and that offensive line is still holding up pretty good. I'm taking the Texans 28, the Jets 3. I think they only get a field goal on this one.
All right, next we got the Vikings versus the Raiders. I got the Raiders winning 28 to the Vikings 21. Aiden O'Connell has shown that he's able to step up to the plate. He is a better quarterback with the scheme and everything than Jimmy Garoppolo, and it's just an overall better fit for the whole entire team, and you can just see the morale of everybody going up. And so that's why I got the Raiders winning this.
Yeah. I don't know if I totally agree with you or not, but all I'm gonna say is I believe Jay Jettas is back. We're gonna get to see a bunch of gritties because he is gonna be in the end zone. The Vikings are gonna win this game 24 to the Raiders 23. It's gonna be a 1 point game, but the Vikings get it done, and Jay Jettas scores a game winning touchdown.
Okay. You don't think he's gonna re-aggravate his injury? You think he's gonna go off?
I think he's gonna go off. He's a tough guy.
He is pretty tough. Anyways, next game we have the Seahawks versus the 49ers. I've got the 49ers winning 38 to the Seahawks 35. Seahawks they played great against the Cowboys, and honestly that was kind of tough for me to score this. I did have the 49ers winning no matter what. It's just by what margin, just because the Seahawks did look like a high caliber offense, and their defense was able to make a couple stops when needed. Not all stops, because they did allow 41 points, but I I just think Brock Purdy's been looking MVP caliber the past couple games, so I gotta go with 49ers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the 49ers on this one as well. But the Seahawks, they've proven that they hang around with the good teams. I'm going to say 49ers 41 to the Seahawks 35. It's going to be a very similar game that was just played last week against the Cowboys. Um, and yeah, I just think it's going to be a great game to watch. So if you have the ability to do so, definitely tune into that game.
All right, next we got the Bills versus the Chiefs. I got the Bills winning this one 28 to the Chiefs 27. Extremely close once again. But coming off that loss, I think Pat Mahomes going to be angry. He's going to be upset. Isaiah Pacheco, I know he got ejected. I think he's going to be able to keep his temper under control, but I don't think it's going to be enough for Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and Gabe Davis. I think they're just going to be able to kind of walk on the Chiefs defense a little bit.
I think this is going to be a high scoring game. Give me the Chiefs on this one, bro. The Patrick Mahomes is him. He is Himothy. He is him. He's everything. So Patrick Mahomes is going to lead the Chiefs to this win. It's going to be 32 to the Bills 30. I think the Bills hang around, but they lose. Yeah, that's all I got to say about this one. But this is another game that I'm really excited to watch.
So you say that C.J. Stroud is him and Patrick Mahomes is him. Who's him? Who's
There
the
can be more.
who's the really?
It's 2023. There can be two hymns.
No, there can only be one true him. There can only be one true him, dude. Who you got? Who's the one true him? Is it, are you going Pat Mahomes on that for the one true him, or are you going with the rookie C.J. Stroud?
I'm him.
You're, are you saying that because you're wearing a Prescott
Let's move on to the
jersey?
next one.
Is that what you're saying that?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right. Next, we got the Broncos versus Chargers. Oh man, Chargers. I think the Chargers gonna win this. I'm hoping that they win this because I feel like they need to. I got them winning 18-14. I think that they're going to be able to catch a little bit more passes than in the past. They're not going to be up to NFL level of passes they are able to catch and not drop. You're going to still have some of them butterfingers, but I think it's going to be enough to come out on top.
Yeah, this is a game that I'm not excited to watch.
Mm-mm,
I got
no.
the Broncos at 24 and the Chargers 14. I just don't think the Chargers understand what they're doing wrong. And so, with that being said, I do have Austin Eckler once again on my bench because they're not going to use him how they should be. And yeah, it's just, you can't blame anybody but coaching because catching the football
Yeah.
is taught. You can learn how to catch a football. So your
Yep.
dad, your mom, your brother, your sister, somebody taught you how to catch a football. So they're not going to teach
Mm-hmm.
you how to like do these crazy catches or anything, but hang on to the ball, man. Like it's not that hard. Like I understand the NFL quarterbacks, they're throwing it pretty fast, but even when Justin Herbert is lobbing the ball or shoveling the ball, just barely tossing it, they have Brix's hands. So, yeah,
Preach, preach it,
not
preach
excited to
it.
watch this game, but I'm going to. So,
Yeah, no, that's very well said. Just preach that, like I was saying. All right, but next we got the
also
Eagles
play
versus
calling.
Cowboys. True. Kellen Moore, do
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
All right, we got Eagles versus
But
Cowboys.
can I go
I got.
first?
Oh yeah, what's up?
Give me my Cowboys. My Cowboys are going to win this game. I am so excited about this game. This is the most rematch game that I'm just so excited, bro. Just with the way things are panning out, I am so ecstatic for my Cowboys. They're playing at home. They haven't scored under 40 points in the past 4 games. I'm taking them at 42 against the Eagles 24. There's The Eagles have just proven that they are beatable, and they've shown how. And the Cowboys are definitely going to exploit that. So yeah, I'm just hoping that Mike McCarthy's healthy enough after his appendix surgery that he just barely got today to be on the field with him. But he's a tough Irish guy. He's definitely going to be there. But yeah, super excited about this game. I'll let you go now. Sorry. I just got excited.
No, you have every right to be excited, man. I also got the Cowboys winning 31 to the Eagles 28. I think it's be a little closer than what you're saying. I mean, yeah, they did get a blowout loss versus the 49ers last week, but I think they're going to be able to make adjustments and make it a little bit of closer game. Like I have it a 3-point game, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Cowboys are going to be able to make those changes to make them a little different, and they're going to catch the Eagles off guard, and it's gonna go the Cowboys' way.
Oh yeah.
And and then the two teams we will not be talking about this week because they are on bye week are the Cardinals and the Commanders. We'll catch you guys next
Actually,
week.
I would like to talk about him. I'm
Oh,
going to ask
okay,
you a question for both teams.
okay. Shoot,
How
shoot them out.
do you think this is a good time for the bye week for each of these teams? And also, what do you think they can do during the bye week to improve?
So honestly, I don't think it's a good week for the Cardinals. I think they just started figuring out their offense and stuff. They started to get on a roll. And I'm hoping that this doesn't kind of make them lose a little bit of momentum from where they're at now. And I think that they need to be able to pass the ball more, like get to open receivers and stuff, and not really rely too much on the run game and uh, Kyler Kyler Murray's legs and stuff. And with the Commanders, I think this is a well needed bye week for them. They haven't been the same as what they were in the beginning of the year and stuff. Haven't been able to stay up with those high caliber teams, And I think this is a little bit of a break they need, a little refresher for them to be able to catch their breath, be like, okay, this is what we need to fix. This is what we need to do. And for them, I don't really watch many Commanders games. I just look at their stats and stuff. But I I'd probably I just say their defense, they've been allowing too many points. They need to figure out how to work on that and get those get that down and be able to stop offenses.
Yeah, that's exactly the points I was going to make. That's why I asked the question how I did, and you did a great job. Appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, let's go on to our week record. This last week, we both tied. We went 9-4. I was hoping I was gonna go 12-1, but I only went 9-4. What do you think your record's gonna be this week?
This week, how
Yeah,
many games are there? There's one, two, three, four,
five,
five, six, seven, eight. Oh, I don't know. How many games are there this week?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14.
I'm going 14-0.
14. Wow, wow. That's all I gotta say to that. I I think I'm not as good as you on that. I don't have the confidence you have, but I respect it. I do. I think I'm gonna be going 10-4. I think the games I'm gonna be losing is the Patriots Steelers, sadly, the Vikings Raiders, the Packers Giants, and the Bills Chiefs. Those are the those are the four that I think I might lose.
Yeah,
But
I'm going to agree with you because I'm going 14-0. So.
and then it brings our overall record with me still in the lead. Come at me. I got 49 wins, 25 losses on since we started this podcast for this season, and you're at 47 wins, 27 losses. You're 2 games behind me. This week is a good week. We have a lot of different predictions, so we'll just
Oh,
have
yeah.
to wait and see.
All right. Well, that about does it for this episode. And like I was saying earlier, I'm Kaiden Jenkins. This is Dakota McIntosh. You can find us on X. Ask us some questions, see what we talk about on the podcast, give us some pointers, whatever you want to do. At Kaiden Jenkins 2 and Dakota McIntosh 0. We'll catch you on the next episode. Next episode, we're going to be going over the games of this week and just reviewing how they went. So you guys have a good rest of your day. Deuces.
Deuces.